Hello, everybody. So today would be a day for Eternal, and that it is going to be. I plan on doing probably a couple drafts. Draft or two sounds good to me. Hope everybody's having a good time. It's been a pretty fun Tuesday myself. Always pretty fun too. Yeah, I want to get some of this in today because tomorrow's going to be Magic Stream. That one's a Wizard-sponsored Magic Stream. They're going to be hooking me up with a account on like the beta setup for Arena, so I can show off M19 to y'all, and giving me like some closed beta codes and things like that. So anyway, figured I'd let y'all know about that, but also do some Eternal. So hope everybody's doing well. Let's just go ahead and jump on in. Hey Tal, hey Benak. Alright. So let's see how things start off. Again, I'm very glad with set 4. The move away from like heavy tribal synergies and the addition of the curated packs has done so much for this format. So let's see where this goes. Oh, okay. Come on. Alright, I've not seen this one. Spirit Ward Shaman. Inspire units you draw get an Aegis. At the start of your turn, gain an egg. Okay, you are invincible while this card is in play. That is... Oofa. Okay, so face eggs. You get a lot of eggs, you hand off eggs, you get eggs. That's good. Refracted Sentinel is the opposite of the face eggs. This is the thing diametrically opposed to face eggs. Oh, congrats. I saw Ty was going. I saw about 5 wins. And I'm glad to hear that that went to 7. Excellent. Very glad to hear that that went well. So yeah, this is the enemy of face eggs. If you have a face Aegis and this ability goes off, it'll pop the Aegis and they won't get the sigil. Living Offering is a silence. What's this thing? Oh, this is the standard. Oh, goodness. So Crown Watch Tactic, this was the card I remember getting owned by, like hyper owned by, and thinking like, is that the best combat trick I've ever seen? And I still think it is. +3/+3 lifesteal is incredible. Thank you for the sub, Yeltsin. I love that name still. After all these years, it's such a good name. Sky Crew, Trick Shot, Downfall, Arcane Defense. Wow, this is really low impact. Like, Detain is -6. Anyway, I think this is between Crowdwatch Standard and Spirit Word Shaman, and don't get me wrong, Spirit Word Shaman seems really cool, but I've done a little bit of Primal in this, and I think I want to see how Justice plays. Yeah, Arcane Defense, like, Detain costs 1 and it's -6 to 1. Anyway, let's go with the Cornwatch Standard. Ooh, what's yours? What's this one? You have 2 of your units +2. What if I have all the standards that are just these really, really good tricks? Ooh. Okay. So, because Cabal Standard here is a double rapid shot. Give 2 of your units +2 in quick draw. You split the rapid shot and only get half the effectiveness, but you still get the quick draw on both. So that's incredible. We've also got Vital Arcana, some card draw. Ice Spear Chucker, which is whenever you play a spell dealing damage. I don't like this one as much as I like the one that makes your minions chuck. Berserker 6/6. I feel like Cabal Standard gives me a direction that's a lot of fun, where we have like, where we're like trick shots, and we have some really good tricks. Hair Trigger Pistol would also be a really nice one. I don't disbelieve you though, Shabadoo, that Berserker is an incredible keyword, especially if I could +3/+3 lifesteal the Berserker 6/6. But I'm gonna go with the standard, and we'll see how things work. Alright, that's the warp that puts things on the top. This is the ambush, untap your team. And then we've got the Killing Jackal. Saddle up. This is another, like, pump spell. We could pick up Dog. Hey, Dog. How you doing? Sirocco Elementalist is a really nice card. Like, bouncing a flyer is a cool thing to do. It's like a mana war, but a little less effective, or a little more restricted. Not less effective. I could pick up Saddle Up and just go to town that way. Do I feel like I want to have a deck that's just combat tricks for days? Or do I want Guard Dog? Combat tricks for days is pretty cool, though. Yeah, Saddle Up is +4 fast. Let's pass up on Dog for now. Spellcraft 3 plays Scare, and hovering over it, Scare is the swapper. Sky Crew, heightened reflexes. I could pick up Sharpened Reflex. Yeah, sorry, Sharpened Reflexes, not heightened reflexes. Sharpened Reflexes is a permanent +1/+1, but it's only one. So if you can use it to win a fight, you can use it to win a fight real nice. And then keep the +1. It's like a +1/+1 counter. It's, Battle Scar? No, not Battle Scarred. Mirrodin proper has that card. Sky Crew? Sky Crew's not unheard of, but we already, like, this is on point, you know? Sky Crew's flying, though. Flying is really powerful. 8 is expensive as hell, though. 8 is the end of the damn game. Let's, what else is strong in here? Watchful Almanera is strong. Cliffside Caretaker can be strong. Let's sharpen some reflexes. Back Alley Delinquent. Ooh, now that's a good reason to pick up an... Oh, we also have the Workshop Tinker. Okay. So what do we like better? I kind of like the Quick Draw here, because this is a lot more effective with all the tricks we've picked up. Because it has built-in Quick Draw, which means that Saddle Up, Crown Watch Standard, Sharpen Reflexes are gonna be a little more effective with this. Workshop Tinker is also, like, Pump, so Tinker itself is Scout, and then give the top unit or weapon of your deck +2/+2, which is nice. But Sabotage is a pretty cool card. Quick Draw with the Sabo. Ah, create a Sabo Tender. Is that what the Delinquent does? Yeah, they create a Sabo Tender. Let's go with the Delinquent. Alright, Cut Ties looks pretty good. So does Graceful Calligrapher. This is a fine body. Endurance means it's on both sides, but Cut Ties is just flat kill a unit, and you can't really get better than kill a unit. Learned Herbalist is fine. A Lunging Wisp. Let's pick up the Miner's Canary, I guess. Okay, we can get a Guard Dog. Spore Breath. I like Guard Dog well enough. Crown Watch Recruiter is fine as like a 3/5 that makes a 2/2. The problem is that it's hard to make a 2/2 off it. Wow, Gift of Battle late. Shamanic Blast. Gift of Battle hands off Berserker, and I've played against opponents in Constructed that try to just go all out with this, and maybe that's fine. What does the Tribute keyword mean? Tribute, as over here, is that the effect is on if the unit came into play on a turn where a unit went to your Void. This is like Morbid from Magic, but specifically it's your Void, and specifically it's from anywhere. So you can't trigger it by killing your opponent's units and then playing it, and you can trigger it by discarding a card to, like, Back Alley Delinquent. I'm kind of considering Gift of Battle, and then we just go to town like that route. I don't know if I'm going to play it, but I think I'm more likely to play... well, Revolt's big thing about Revolt was that it triggered when a card left play rather than a card entered the grave, which is a big distinction. The card doesn't need to hit the grave, like, you can't do it on a bounce. I'm gonna pick up Gift of his Battle. Alright, and then we'll just pick up some... Wow, I'll take a Torrential Downpour this way. Obliterate! Alright. Not liking a lot of this pack, just on an average choice. Obliterate's nice. Obviously way out of colors currently. Yeti Snow God, like, so there's no Justice in here, and there's only one, Shadow card, and I don't like it. Wow, this one's very poor. Do I just swap off? Perhaps pick up Fire? God, Obliterate's double Fire, though. I'd pick up the Waystone, but the Waystone's incredibly underpowered. Like, first picking the Waystone feels like a giant loss. Like, just a giant shame. There's no reason to hate. Like, absolutely positively no reason to hate pick. If I'm going to pick a card, it's because I want to try and fit it into the deck. The question is, like, hate picking pick 1, pack 2 is a very good way to have a deck that doesn't function. Like, just doesn't function at all. Your deck will be made up of cards that are just, I picked this to hate on my opponent who I did not run into. Yeah, well, okay, Eternal Drafts do work that way, in the sense that, like, we should be playing against players who picked cards, but, like, Valkyrie Renegade, that's actually a better idea. If we have, like, pump deck, double damage is fine. You know? And maybe that's the direction I'm fine picking up. Okay. Okay. I do need to fix up some fixing if I go that direction, but I think that's okay. Let's give it a shot. Record Keeper, Clan Hero. God, there are a lot of directions this could go. I don't like well, okay, I do like Bright Mace Paladin. Berserk double damage means you're attacking for twice. Like, the text on Berserk is one of your units can attack 2 times, which is a second combat phase occurs and it makes a second attack. And then you deal double damage in each of those. Bright Mace Paladin seems like the safest pick here. It's a good body and it works well with a lot of our tricks to give us some more lifelink. Moonlit Gargoyle is also not unreasonable. This is a fine flyer. Decent evasive creature. But I kind of like having a little bit more early curve. I don't know, I think that's between those two, is Moonlit Gargoyle and this. The problem is that Moonlit Gargoyle is only going to attack in the air, like, once, and then it's going to fall to the ground. It's fine falling to the ground, but, you know. We are pretty... I'm okay on Shadow, like... I think Bright Mace Paladin fits a little better. I want some 2s, damn it. Alright, another clan. Okay, that's telling me a direction I should have gone in and did not. There is an entrapment here, so I don't feel bad about it. But the clan hero is definitely like a really... this card's extremely strong. I will pick up entrapment, though, because that's a kill spell, and it's a very good way to kill off, like, evasive threats. You can't play it at night, but it's still very good. Madness, I don't care about. Yeah, we're seeing here is where a lot of our color is just falling to pieces. I think we pick up the banner so that maybe I can splash the Renegade. That's probably fine. Felon Banner, don't really care that much about. I do like the idea of Xenon Destroyer. Also, Waystone Infuser, pretty cool card. I've played this in Constructed a lot. Makes sure that you're always drawing gas and getting power drops. But yeah, I think Xenon Destroyer is fine. It's going to be like a Bright Mace Paladin that just already has the lifelink built in. Hey! Now this is some strong stuff. This is good on both the Bright Mace and there's also Oathkeeper here too, which is a good card. Okay, this is working out a little better. Elder's Feather is always great. You can throw it on just anything and it just starts going to town in the air. Happy about that. Do I want a Flashy Duelist? Might want a Flashy Duelist just to have somebody on the ground. Or you Ruin Crawler Yetis. There was a really good red-blue deck going around in here that I'm just not picking. I don't think I care too much about Town Watchman. That's fine card. I could pick up Sabotage and have a lot of anti-removal spells. That wouldn't be too bad. Runeclawed Yeti's playable. Like, this is splashable. If I go do splash the red. Flashy Duelist just gives us, like, a really, really generic 2-drop that I don't like. The gun. So, yeah. Just doing a lot of questioning if I want... Okay, here's the question. Do I want to be in fire? I don't know if I want to be in fire. I kind of want to keep it 2 colors if possible. Unsure how possible it is. We don't get a lot of, like, Argenport cards going around in this pack from memory, so... I'm gonna pick up the... Yeti. Okay. Found the Amethyst Waystone. That's like a cycling threat. Force. Life Force is actually pretty good in here. If we can get this going, which we have Xenon Destroyer and Bright Mace Paladin and the Tactic. So this should be a lot easier to pull off. Also, Sanguine Sword is fine. It's fine. Alright, we get that Waystone I didn't really care about. Alright, let me quick do a little bit of powering through here. Alright, what is this? Iceberg Mason. Move each Yeti in your deck 1 closer to the top. It's coming. I like this card a lot because it's a 2/3 on curve with a strong card draw effect as long as you have the power already. Finest Hour is the best trick you can have. Strength of the Many is also good, but it's not the best trick you can have. Oh, they changed this to pay 6. Wow, that used to be pay 5. I remember that card because you could curve it. That's a really neat effect. I do like that. I think I'm going to just pick Finest Hour here. We need more units. That's sort of a missing piece of this deck, because I feel like I have a lot of tricks, but I need some units to be able to play them on. So we're going to pick the Finest Hour and then hopefully pick up on some more units. I guess if I just keep picking up Xenon Destroyers and going to town, that feels fine. Hey, slow. It's like number 4 of those. Yeah. Hey, Xenon Destroyer. I'm not picking you. Wow, Archive Curator. Nice. I'm picking up Frontier Confessor, which is like a bad Archive Curator, but it's still a silence. And it's still like an okay enough body, so I'm fine playing it. Psychic. Savant. Pick up a Loyal Watchwing. That's okay. Ariel's Kopesh is also okay, but not great. Because I already have the Elder's Feather, I don't feel like we need it. So I'm gonna pick the fly. Hey! Oh! Oh, you want a thing to pump? Here's our minion to pump. Sadly, there's a Rakano banner, but like this is the thing I want, right? Like if I'm a deck that's all about having things that give pumps, this card that's a beating in a half and constructed is a good place to be. I think this is finally the place. No, never mind. I was gonna say this is finally the place for me to pick up Town Watchman, but no, we're gonna keep picking up these combat tricks. At some point, we're gonna have too many of those, and I think that's gonna be our downfall. But it ain't happening yet, so that's fine by me. Humble Instructor. Ooh, give one of your units with 2 or more battle skills +1/+1. So, do you know Xenon Destroyer has 2 battles? I think Reckless counts as a battle skill these days. That should be able to teach. We also do have the ability to obviously teach, like, Silverwing Familiar. We have Loyal Watchwing. Renegade Valkyrie. So, Humble Instructor's a nice pickup. Headsman's Axe. Do I care much about this? This is a weapon, not a relic weapon. Counts units. Sure. Oh, hey, Stalwart Shield. Actually like that a lot. Card's better than it looks. Alright. So, into pack 4. Go ahead and kind of clear out some of this. Yeah, notably, Humble Instructor is not an ultimate, it's just every turn, which makes it a lot stronger than you'd think. Alright, Randori. This is Sorrow's Path, the instant. Luckily for us, it doesn't have the drawback of shocking everything involved in the process. Unluckily, still not very good. Won't Be Pretty has the distinction of being my least favorite card in the entirety of the set, because it's just dreadful. Choose 2 units. Your opponent chooses one to take 6, and then they pump the other. Peacekeeper's Helmet is pretty cool. Vile Varmint has a funny flying deadly and then summon Nightfall. We do have Workshop Tinker, which would be nice, I think, for me, because we want more 2-drops. I want more things early, and this already does have a keyword. Cut Ties is also an option. Lingering Influence. Draw Justice Sigil. Right, this is the thing that's just like a better Roland's thing. Vile Varmint does have 2 battle skills. I feel like the curve's still more important. We only have 1 2-drop, and more 2-drops is going to be very important for us. So I think Workshop Tinker is going to be Favor. That's the name of it. It's Favor. Obviously, it's not like better than Favor in all situations, but it's cheaper. So yeah, I'm gonna pass up Vile Varmint to pick up a Workshop Tinker, get ourselves something. Hold on, what do we got here? Once per turn, you may pay 6 to draw a unit of your choice from your deck with cost equal to or less than the number of your units in play. Oh. So it's a 6-mana 5/5 that can just draw any unit from my deck depending on its cost. So with just Iron Fist Archon in play, that doesn't exhaust the Archon, it's just pay 6. Once per turn. It's not an ultimate. Back Alley Delinquent is another really good option here. Playing that. Which would be just fine. Some more sabotaging. It does have quick draw, which I find is a plus with all our pump. I don't know how this card seems. Like, this card seems like a good card in a stall, because it's like, if I'm in some sort of stall, I can just start fetching better and better and better units. Like, and that's good. I think I'm intrigued to play it, is maybe the more important part. It seems a little too low impact to me. Like, the sense that it's a 6-mana 5/5, no keywords, and then you have to pay another 6 for a single search. But, like, the fact that it's repeat means that we can just keep going with that. Let's give it a shot. I think I'd pick Back Alley Delinquent if that wasn't in the pack, but... Staff of Speed. I like this card a lot because I like slow as a card. What do you do? Whenever you play a spell, Spire Spell Sword gets +1/+1 and Lifesteal. That seems like... Wow, there's a lot of... Look at the primal in this pack. Alright, Spire Spell Sword seems like a good fit with the pile of tricks. Hands off Lifesteal to itself, works with Rapid Shot. I think that's okay. I think we can go that. Okay, what are you? Berserker, attack for power. +1/+1 for each unit in your void. Oh, that's a strong body. Is that interesting enough? More than Dog? Umbran Deathwatcher. Like, so late game, that could be really big. Early game, it could just be a 1/1 with no text. And that's a little... Like, it's this axe. It's a 1/1 holding this axe. I don't care too much for the axe, but I like the body a little more. Yeah. Let's try it out. Hey! More Cornwatch tactics. Hell yeah. Let's just have infinite of the spell I think is really good. Heirloom Blade costs 4 less if you sacrifice a unit to play it. Oh, okay. So that's a 3/3 weapon that could cost 2, or it could be 6. Read the Stars. This is kind of neat. It's like draw 2, but it's slow. Better if you have a Nightfall deck going on. I think I want to try out the Heirloom Blade. We'll see how this plays out. Saddle up, Lunging Wisp. Pick up Saddle up again. Berserk. Another one of these Death Watchers. I'll the Rotocycle instead. How much flying do I have? Give the Rotocycle. Alright, so let's get some last picks going in here. Okay. So silencing, yeah, you can silence text that gives plus numbers, and the numbers go away because that's not, like, you can't silence off, like, so, where is it? Sharpened Reflex gives +1/+1 to a unit. You can't silence away that +1/+1 because it's not any text attached to the unit. However, if you have a thing like the Headsman's Axe, or something like that that has the pluses coming from something like this, is that you can't you can silence that away. You can silence, so okay, so we have two weapons and they both care about sacrificing. Alright, let's go ahead and we'll build the deck in reverse. I feel like we were gonna be just fine on the deck. Alright, so let's go ahead and put in these. Let's go ahead and put in the Humble Instructor, Valkyrie, Workshop Tinker, Guard Dog, Watchwing, Entrapment. Don't want the Spite Feeders. We want those Recklesses. Care about Hold Up? I don't know if I care about Hold Up. Sanguine Sword is fine. Do I care about Renegade? Am I splashing this? It's gonna have Shadow because we have enough Shadow cards that, like, are real, for one. I don't know if I want to play the double Shadow cards. They're a little bit too Shadow for my like, because we don't have a lot of fixing for Shadow, but I do want Shadow in the deck. So I got room for like 5 more cards. I can probably include like the Saddle Ups, maybe the Heirloom Blade. Do I care about the Miner's Canary? These all count as power to me. We're playing 18 power with a bunch of standards, so that should be fine. Let's go and play the Canary. Saddle Up. We'll include... I guess we'll include this in the Renegade Valkyrie. I don't know about this. I don't know how I feel about this. I feel like that's gonna dilute our deck a little bit. How's our unit count, by the way? 17, that's higher than I expected. Alright, so let's actually... I want to go put in the other Saddle Up, I think. Yeah, this worries me. I don't like the Renegade Valkyrie without a way to, like, use the Renegade Valkyrie. I like all the pump spells we have that makes the Valkyrie, like, a game-stealing effect, but it's going to be very hard. I don't think that alone is worth it, so let's go ahead and call that out. That does leave me with, like, one... That would be my 27th card, though. That's a bit of a pickle, then. That is straight my 27th card. Is there another card I would play over it in faction? Certainly wouldn't be playing Spite Feeder. I could play Hold Up. Yeah. The other fire cards, the only other fire card I have that I think I'd like would be Ruin Crawler Yeti. Yeah, I think it's probably got to be the Death Watcher. What's so bad about Spite Feeder? I'm not a fan of 1/1s with flying without any text, and the text on this is irrelevant. If it's milling my opponent, like, we're not going to be winning games through mill, so milling our opponent is only something that could be like a drawback, and we don't have any active things that want us to be milled. So we could mill ourselves and, like, set up graveyard things, but we don't have any graveyard things we want to set up. You can mill a creature into the graveyard to set up Tribute, but it's extremely unreliable. Like, you don't know what's on top of your deck unless you've looked with some sort of scout. And if you want to do a 3-card combo to, like, set up a +1/+1 on Guard Dog, yeah, that works. And milling our opponent just doesn't really... Yeah. Anyway, I'm not a fan of Spite Feeder as a card. Oh, Heirloom Blade. That could be 27. Heirloom Blade. That's probably fine as 27. Just another piece of removal. Yeah. Okay. A little expensive. We probably don't have a lot to throw away with it, but like maybe I could throw away like one of my early drops. Alright, let's put in the important things. The Emerald Waystone might have a purpose now. I'll put in the Nightfall land as well. I want to add power. 8 and 5. That seems reasonable. We don't have any double black. We don't, or shadow. We only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 shadow cards. Plus the Waystone, or sorry, the standard, but like that produces shadow. So, okay. If I can get away with it, I would love to not have to play the Crown Watch standards as lands, but I absolutely will. Same with the Cabal standard. That's the point of them, is that if they're in my early hands and I have a, you know, a 2-power opener, they can make it function. Alright, let's make it happen. I think that this deck, as I mentioned, I'm not super happy with the quality of creatures in the deck. You know, we only have a couple 2s, and 2-drops are always my favorite spot in the game. We have some decent ones. The Tinker and the Back Alley Delinquent are fine. But we don't have any, like... We don't have a lot in the way of... I'm going to be relying on my pump spells to get me through a lot, and I need those to make some pretty heavy lifting. Which they can pull, they can do that. We'll see how it works out, though. Alright. Yeah. Valkyries and Serpent Riders fought. A Serpent Trainer is a pretty good card. Who has better cards? I think Valkyries have better cards by the virtue of having more. Serpents and Serpent Riders barely have any. Vince! Alright. I can battle Vince. Oh yeah, this seems fine. We need to play out our Spire Sellsword on one and just kind of run it in.
Will not fall.
McMahon, our opponent is
the price of progress. Take it, it's yours.
Alright. Our humble instructor is here. Our opponent's got early drops. They weren't willing to trade, which tells me they likely have greater plans for this 1/1. Either some sort of, you know, mixing it up, or they feel that the 1/1s we do have are answerable, which is a pretty fair place to be. Feeling like our 1/1s are answerable. Let's go ahead and do it this route.
The price of progress.
I'll wait one turn. So next turn, what I can do is I can use Rapid Shot to hand off Quick Draw, and then I can use Humble Instructor to give +1/+1 after the Quick Draw. That's sort of the idea I have here. I don't feel like wasting the Rapid Shot quite yet because of that option. Oh, Primal and then Downpour would be the way we instant lose. We have a lot of really weak creatures at this moment. We'll see how that pans out. Where do I want to give the +1/+1? Probably over to my Flyer if possible, but probably won't be using it on the Flyer. I'll probably be using it on the ground to be able to knock out our opponent. Also, a 12-point life swing sounds really... Oh, dear. Okay, and you're playing Mega Defense. I see. Let's go ahead and see what our opponent has up their sleeves. Alright. I feel like I only want to use the Finest Hour here. The problem is going to be this. We don't have a lot as in the way of the kill spells. This will hand off lifelink. So charge light. This is a very difficult threat in the sense that it means that we don't have our victory going on. Okay, so they're probably running out of power in their hand. If you, in the same sense that I left my Amethyst Waystone for the last power, our opponent probably either has a double fire card that they need to play, or left that for the end. Like, those are the big options. So if they play a double fire card, we can assume they might have more power. If they don't, then we can assume they have no more power. Okay. Oh, that's really nice. Let's get in. This is very, very good. We can hand off +1/+1s.
Must be destroyed.
The throne must. So they probably don't have a 5th power unless they top decked it. And the fact that they passed on 4 and didn't play anything actually says a lot. I'm pretty happy about all of this. Yeah, no blocks. That's fine. We'll be able to heal it back up. They could have drawn a playable card. They did not. Alright, let's go ahead and... ability. Perfect. Ooh! Hmm. Crunch! And there's an 8-point life swing in our favor. Back to 25. Alright, so this Xenon Destroyer is gonna start being a very, very massive threat. I can continuously build it up every turn. They're gonna need to answer it very quickly.
How can I serve?
Okay, that's gonna get them a sigil. I am forced to make the attack. Let's go ahead and continue the pump. We have Saddle Up as a backup. That's good. So both of us have lifesteal on a base 3/3, but we have the ramp going. I also have the 1/1 still. So our opponent does get that 5th sigil they've been looking for. That's going to change what happens on the next couple turns here. It'll get our opponent some sort of body, maybe a 3/5 that has tribute, maybe a just a 4/4, something. Not enough to kill this in combat, though. Maybe they just have to kill a 5... the big Vanquish? No.
Scorch the earth!
Ooh, okay. That's something I kind of want to hold. That's really scary if we get it off. I'm going to hold that. So their 5/3 can't beat us. There's no spell they can play that wins that fight. We're going to hold this so that I have the Cabal Tactic. I want a fake quick draw in my hand. We haven't been able to deploy our flyer. I could have deployed that, but I feel that pumping this is our win con. If our opponent didn't play a Vanquish style effect, the 5-cost Vanquish that scouts, perhaps, then I don't think they have one and need to fight it in combat. And I don't want to allow them to win a combat here. Oh, yeah, the swords is reckless. So this has to attack. That's why I keep pumping it as well, because one of the best ways our opponent can kill it is, like, assembling enough.
Steel.
Ooh, they're gonna make a temper. I think I know who's dying to 1 damage. Fine. Fine. Whatever. You got it, boss. A tinker, huh? Do I feel like using this? I could get rid of my Rotocycle, or I could play the Rotocycle. And, like, use that to go to town. That wouldn't be so bad. So what do I want to do with this? I might honestly want to get rid of the Archon. I don't feel like that's part of our victory condition. Though, our opponent does have 3 real cards in hand. They chose to discard a sigil, not a real card, so... Yeah, so this is the Berserk, by the way. It's the, with the... in the mouth. So just attack twice, yeah, okay. Let's go ahead and... I think I'm going to deploy Rotor Cycle.
It's working!
Perfect. How are we looking? We're still at 27 because we've gained an unreasonable amount of life off the Xenon Destroyer. This Destroyer has been our game, you know? I am riding this Xenon Destroyer to victory or defeat, one way or another. Coming in, huh? Everybody coming in. If that happens, I will have my 2-3 block here, and we'll see how this pans out. That is enough of a threat to make me block that way, so if they have a way to deal 1 damage... Oh, they get tribute off.
Put the cuffs on him.
Okay, that's a fair thing. I guess tribute is pretty reasonable. Let's
Be redeemed.
Okay. We do have another life-stealing threat coming up. This is pretty good. That's a good way to get things rolling. So warrant officer is just a tribute thing. I'm probably gonna throw Spire Sellsword under a bus if a bus starts coming my way. I don't know. Maybe I should be leaving back some of my flyers. Maybe I think this Valkyrie Aspirant can probably stay at home next turn. Yeah, that's probably fine. Oh, they got the fuse coming on their end. 4 damage to an enemy. Okay, that's a pretty fair thing to do. And I think, yeah, we're gonna throw that under a bus. Okay. So I think here's where I'm gonna go ahead and tinker.
I'll get it running. No problem.
Yeah, let's get rid of the Archon. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, I will take a 5/5. Again, our opponent must have, like, infinite 5-drops up their sleeve, so we're trying to avoid those if possible. How do we want to take things down? They might have another burn spell. That'd be okay. I can probably deal with another burn spell. The fact that their thing is a 6/6 means that it's out of range of everything but obliterate. Like, this thing here, Fiery Fissure's 4. Quick, gun down is 5.
My oath is true, if your coin stays good.
Ooh, alright, we're going this route. No blocks.
How can I serve?
Okay, let's get in for the 6. Okay. So that gets them another sigil that might change things. I'm holding back everything else at the moment because I feel it's important to keep us alive. I don't feel like the 2 in is worth it when this threatens a double block. Okay, there's that Justice Sigil. So 2 unknown non-sigils and maybe a sigil off the top. We don't know. So, but we do know they're holding 2 real cards at minimum, 3 at max. Right now, we are all about life. Like, this is... This is going to be the card that I think wins us the game. That's the reason I'm holding on to this tactic instead of playing it for our 5th power. The hell's that play? That plays Detain? Okay. That's just this turn, right? Sure. I think this is finally able to just go under the bus. Interesting. So now they have a 6/6. I really want to... Okay, that's a good draw. Alright, let's go in with our reckless threats because we have to. Not because we want to, but because we have to. Alright, check this out. Alright, here we go. So, sharpen reflexes. I'll keep the Shadow Sigil on top here. And then, saddle up, partner. Look, this is my entire deck, friend. There's nothing else. It's just this.
For those we've lost.
Sure. Yeah, I'm not blocking that.
So many losses.
Okay. Here we finally get to bring this in. Now let's bring everybody in. I would like the 2/2 to be trading. Alright, so we just go ahead and use Cabal Tactic. How much life have we gained? I don't know. All of it? I want to say all... Okay. Oh, this is beautiful. Our deck worked exactly as we wanted. What if infinite combat tricks? You know? What if? That's beautiful. How much life did we gain in that game? All of it. All of it. God, the fact that, like, our opponent was like, alright, finally, I'll go for the trade on these Berserkers, and we're just like, combat trick, combat trick, combat trick, combat trick. It's just like, oh, right. Whoops. I probably gained 70 life. Ah, Sunrider. Nice picture. Yeah, let's go ahead and get ourselves a new one. Okay. Xena Destroyer with backup. Count me in. Our Iron Fist Archon's not too bad in a high, okay, they're just gonna burn me and let me draw a card. I'm in. So we get to play Xena Destroyer. I'm fine with them burning me and drawing a card. Like, it's a 4-point life swing, but that's a card out of them.
What are you gonna do?
Ooh, we're gonna be sabotaging. I guess we're gonna be losing our finest hour, but that does not. Now, funnily enough, Crown Watch Tactic is immune to sabotage, as sabotage discards a spell or attachment. This is not a spell or attachment. Burning Face risky. This card only burns face. Deal 2 damage to the enemy player. Nightfall lifesteal. You have quick draw. I ain't falling for that. Something seems off about that one. Okay, so they get my finest hour. That's an obvious one. Yeah, I think they're going for a tribute dog there, and I'm not letting them have it.
The throne must be destroyed.
Alright, so next turn we get a Crown Watch tactic, which Crown Watch tactic is not really that great for us. I'm not letting them have a tribute if they want a tribute dog. Hello. Come right on in, my friend. The water's fine. So they're at... Okay, so they're at 17. Do we have lethal? 13. We don't have lethal quite yet.
That's cute.
Yeah, no, I'm fine with that. That's cute. Oh, fourth power. All right, that's probably gonna open them up to like a 4-4 play. No, just okay. Kill a unit with 4 or less. Yeah, that's gonna be fine. I'll spend my trick as a save there. Because we have so many of them. And the lifelink didn't matter on these, you know? For one, our life total is literally like... Okay, so the big thing here is I want to play the Loyal Watchwing. Because Loyal Watchwing plus Saddle Up plus Knight is a lethal threat.
For the throne.
So yeah, we turned our tactic into a Protect. Keep wondering if bird noise is going to happen in this game, but it's not bird noise.
Thanks for the help.
Alright. And that's going to be lethal. We're going to run them out of town. Let's, yeah. Goodbye, Sunrider. Alright. They can ride right into the sunset as our Xenon Destroyers, the pair of them, continue to show up. That's our best card, right? Like, Xenon Destroyer backed up by as much, like, as many combat tricks as you can is just, like, a real threat. Like, my life total's 50, and also I'm attacking you for 6 a turn or whatever. Who's thought a splash for all the Lost Kings would be cool in this deck? Ha. Yeah, pretty happy with Xenon Destroyers in this deck, especially with Crown Watch Tactic and Rapid Shot, where they're like gain 5/7. They also work very well with some of the permanent pumps, the scouting move. I don't much like this hand. The big problem I have here is that my only play is Spire Sellsword. And it's on 2, and then, like, I have nothing else for, like, an hour? Yeah, let's go for the redraw. The redraw could easily come up worse, but... Okay, this gives me a 2-drop, and I can, like, functionally switch things up. That's fine. We'll see if Workshop Tinker has a reason to exist here. Probably I'll do it, though. I kind of like using the Tinker.
The price
Valkyrie's
of
back. Hey.
progress.
Oh, okay. Let's go ahead and...
I'll get it running. No problem.
Go ahead and discard Rotor Cycle to get my Tinker. We won't be playing that for a couple turns, but it's fine. Really happy to have the Silverwing Familiar here. Silverwing Familiar is like a copy of Xenon Destroyer, but worse, right?
I'll get it running. No problem.
They're just playing... Oh, hey! Let's offer the trade. Hey, hey! Dogs! Dogs, 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 dogs! I've never seen the tribute. I've never seen that. So it's like a little jar that has the... Okay.
Silently.
I'll take some free card. Free card sounds sweet. Ooh, Sanguine Sword, huh? We'll keep that in mind. I'm gonna go ahead and play out this. Let's get some damage going. Alright. Thank you for card. They've not missed their sigil drop. Yep, they're not missing their sigils. That's fine.
Beauty and purpose combined.
Okay. How do I want to go about this? I could... If I throw dog in, I don't actually have a trick. What's the sheriff looking dude? Silence on come into play. So I can get rid of unblockability, I can get rid of endurance, I can get rid of flying. The question here is if I want to bother with, like, Sanguine Sword. The problem with Sanguine Sword is that, like, I could Sanguine Sword to kill off this, but then Sword will die the turn following, and I have to sack a unit to make it a 4/4 blade instead of a 2/2. Now, on the other side of this, I could play the Sword and just kill off, like, Valkyrie Aspirant. And maybe leave that? This is tough. This isn't an easy one in my mind. Let's see what our opponent does. We'll make decisions based off of that. They are going for the double block. Okay. Let's get that out. And then I'm gonna bring the flyer
You've got
down.
a familiar face.
Actually, yeah, let's drop the flyer. Because the flyer has an ability late game as well. It had a pump for power and toughness, whereas this is just unblockable. And if they like go to town on it, I can just cut ties later. If they like super go to town on it, you know. Okay, 5th power. Dark Returns. Ooh, that's pretty strong. So they're just gonna get to replay
Beauty
Calligrapher as
and
big.
purpose combined.
Sure. Alright, that might be a cut ties target. Yeah. Question is a question of purpose, if I want to finally play this Tinker, or if I want to knock them back in the board. I'm gonna go ahead and just get rid of that. There's an argument to be made for doing that and then attacking with the Confessor as well. Which wouldn't be wrong. But I do like holding it back for blocking. Ooh. So now that I've used my kill, they alright, so this is where I'm gonna have to spend my sword. Let's go ahead and do that then. This is attack the yeah, because we need this gone. And now we can play the Tinker. Instructor, yeah, I like Humble Instructor right now. I mean, we have a good target for being humble.
No place safer than the Auric Bank.
Watch me.
Humility in all
Take
things.
it. It's yours.
Alright, so our opponent's gonna get in a lot of damage. So they're actually gonna be racing us here for a little while.
My oath is true. If your coin stays
Out of
good.
cards in hand, though. Oh, that's nice. Let's go ahead and continue the pump, though. So I'm gonna spend this for 4 life. I want to make sure I don't just die from like a trick here, because I don't have any blockers. I don't want to leave myself that wide open. And next turn, if they play out a card, we win. I just need them to play out their final card in hand, and then I'll play Elderfelder. Elderfelder! Yes, the Elderfelder. Come on. I need you to show me that final card.
I've got a clear
Oh,
shot
it
from
has flying. Is that deadly? Your units wielding weapons are deadly. Okay. Let's force the jump block. So now I have 2 flying flats. God, I'm having a really good time with the English here. 2 flying threats, both of which are lethal, so their 1 card would have to produce 2 kill spells or 2 flying threats. Perfect. God, humble! Yeah, the flying threats. That pipsqueak. Alright. Next up on the list. Okay. Not huge on this hand, but I'm not too bad on it either. Let's go ahead and give it a shot. I like dog. We got the Cornwatch standard, which turns into the Cornwatch tactic. Okay, that's a lot better. I like this a lot better on 3, because we can give it this, and also with the Umbran Thirster, the lifelink there is a lot better. Okay.
Be redeemed.
Hope they play a dog. Ooh! Not enough. Alright, I am a greedy person.
You're in the Crown Watch now.
I am very greedy. Let's just go with this. I think I need to give up one or the other of these, is the problem.
You're in the Crown.
Yeah, okay. Sure. So for those not familiar with, wow, they had multiple 1-cost units, too. For those not familiar with Revenge,
My oath is true.
puts it in the
If
top
your coin
10.
stays good.
My life for Argenport!
Alright, oh, that's a little late. Maybe they'll chump with their flyer here. Alright, that's an outcome I want.
It's working!
So this lets us play an evasive creature. And evasive threats are pretty cool. Oh, okay. I'm putting that on the ground.
Easy pickings.
Ooh, dangerous. Very dangerous.
You've got a familiar
I'm gonna
face.
silence that. So we can gain a lot of life here. I do have rapid shot plus my you know, my bright mace. That's a lot of life swing. The thing here is that this is a very unblockable threat that it hands off quick draw and +3, and that gets out of control way too fast. I realize there's a flyer in play, but like even with just that, we need to do something to race our opponent down. Torn on who I would have silenced between the flyer and the sneak. Yeah.
Thanks for the help, friend.
Okay. Let's get rolling in. Come on, double block. Ah, F. Now let's take the 5-point life swing. the idea here behind... Yo, alright, goodbye. But the idea behind leaving this back was to threaten a block on Stalwart. Fine with this trade. This turn? That's this turn, good. Alright, so top 10. They're at 12? You chose poorly. I thought they were gonna double block for sure. God, our deck is really good at just pulling numbers out of a hat. Hey, up to gold. Excellent. Combat tricks double as burn. Absolutely. It's good stuff. Let's keep rolling. Can we make this 7? I'm loving the combat trick zone we've got going on here. It's very hard for our opponent to play around these things. And the shadow tactic is performing like, okay, I already knew that the shadow tactic was extremely strong. Like the obviously like save 2 units in a combat is incredible. Cat stream. But it's way better than I thought. It was already really good. It might be better than the lifesteal one, just because like the lifesteal one lets you win a race. The shadow one makes it so the race never happens. You know, because your opponent, like, you know, you just win 2 fights. Like, in that last game, we used it to 1-for-1 plus gain 5 life, right? Like, we used it to save my Frontier Confessor from their Treasury Guard. I think they're both really good. I think they're both the strong tactic. The red one's also a really good combat trick, too. I think it's +4/+2 Overwhelm. So, like, all 3 of those are really good. Oh, hey, all right. I hit gold. Time to just get smacked right down. That's fair. That's pretty reasonable. Let's try to get a little bit more going here. Okay. Yeah, the time one is incredibly poor.
Price of progress.
I need to be made humble. And yeah, the time one is very poor.
The clan will endure.
Okay. I don't really care about that. Okay. Nice wall, though. My opponent is very slow. I'm gonna spend this. Do you want that? So they make monks. So our opponent's plan is to, like, own the ground. 06 in... Okay, 2 damage, sure. They're just gonna own the ground as much as they can.
Guide my fists.
Sure. Alright, and we're gonna play dog. Oh, they have another color. Oh, that puts a flyer on the ground. First unit can't fly. Alright. That's pretty reasonable. So we have all our tactics up. Could, like, put the dog in. I don't like put the dog in. That looks too transparent. So we do need evasion for this game, though. Our opponent's, like, going to be flooding the ground with these initiation bells. So that's going to be a bit of an issue. Like, they're just going to be monk, 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 monk. Okay, that's good.
Be redeemed.
So I don't want to play long against them because they're... What? I'm sorry, hold on. That had way too much text. Summon. Increase the cost of a spell in the enemy's hand by 1. Ultimate. Pay 3 to give Derry +4 and Overwhelm if you have 2 or more spells in your void. Alright. Which they do. They have 2 spells. So they're going to slightly hinder my tricks. And more importantly, they know about all 3 of them. That's actually the biggest part of this card, is that it now gave our opponent perfect intel on all of my pump and kill spells. Also, yeah, Explorer Dinosaur. This card is a mess. A lot of cards in Eternal are just sort of an overwhelming mess, and that's one of them I am just seeing right there. Let's... I want to kill that. I do. What would I want to sack? I can just double block it. I have enough threats here that I don't really care. Shamanic Blast. Alright, that's gonna get my tactic. They get to make more monks.
Guide my fists.
Echo, oh god. Terax Hatchling, Dragon, something like that. Let's do this double block. Yeah, we don't want to be going this long against an opponent, and they also have this...
Don't lose the trail. Guide my fists.
Yikes. Really not a fan of how... Like, we might still be able to just steal this game, but we have to figure out our way in. I need an evasive creature for that. Yep, it's Terax, okay. Terax is pretty scary. Nice! There's our evasive creature, everybody. It's Bird! Alright, so I think that's where we're winning this, right? Is on Bird. It's probably fine. Do you have any bombs? Not really.
The storm is upon you.
Okay, this is another piece of the puzzle. Sack that. Take out you. Okay, that gets rid of the Aegis. That doesn't kill it, it just gets rid of the Aegis. That kills it. Okay. Wow, they are 100% committed to not wanting me to control that unit. That's fair. That's reasonable. I don't think I want the spell Tinker right
I'll get it
now.
running. No problem.
A lot of cards in hand still. Our opponent... That's what we call game. Alright. Our opponent put us squarely into the presser. Oh, okay, that opens up this opens up an avenue. Is there any way to take advantage of the avenue that's just been opened up? We have to try. Because our opponent did allow us a little bit of an
Guide
opening.
this.
Let's see if there's anything we can do with it. Does not look like it. I need more lifesteal. Arc Fist, that is not going to be enough. Let's bring it home, everybody. Big Frog. Big Frog. Get ready for Huge Frog. Ow. Yep. Okay. Big Frog. Attack me for 4. Alright, really like our opponent with how many flyers they have going on, as well as their, like, removal, and, like, these 06s are very keystone to what our opponent's doing. Like it a lot. Good stuff. Like, when you have a lot of dispels and things like that, you can get your the flyers out of the way, and you can muck up the ground with the sandstorm thing. Like the 4/6 that threw something on the ground, dispelled, throw something on the ground, then muck up the ground with infinite monks, and just win with Terex Hatchling. That's a good plan. Very nice deck. Talir briefly tapped into. Oh, we don't get to read about Talir. It's Fruit Punch Samurai G. Like a Gaim person, or... All right, let's keep it rolling. This looks fine.
The throne will not fall.
I like it. This is an odd one, but I'm actually gonna, because our opponent showed us a thing that wants spells, I'm actually gonna throw that away to spell hate on our opponent. I want to know what they have. Okay. Yeah, okay.
Not bad.
Alright, so you get to gain your 2, sure. Alright, how bad is it? I guess they didn't have a choice there, did they? Yeah, not really.
I'll get it running. No problem.
Yeah, they didn't really have a choice. That's fine. So the idea here is that Tinker will let us fix things up. That's neat. We have Rapid Shot with that. That's neat. That's good enough. Rapid Shot and Stalwart Shield. Nah, you might have Tribute. I'd rather take the 1. Ah, you might have the other, though.
Flawless escape.
Nice play. Always multiple options, aren't there?
The throne will not fall.
The trick is I don't really care if my opponent's playing offensive. I want to, This one I'm not blocking in any way. I will absolutely take 4, and then they can go ahead and spark a second one at me.
Proud to serve.
Alright, well, let's go ahead and bring in... How much damage do I have right here? That's fine. I was counting up my lethal status, and it wasn't quite there yet. Okay. No blocks on that.
Fly steady, Valkyrie.
Flying Warcry 2, huh? Okay, this, I think we want to use our Saddle Up rather than my Rapid Shot. There's an argument to be made for just letting that die and going for face there, because my hand was 10 plus Like, it was close to lethal damage, but it wasn't actually lethal, so I wasn't going to use it in that manner. Okay, up to 6. Field Captain.
Soldiers!
Sure.
The skies are clear.
Alright. Let's roll on in. Okay, perfect. Perfect. Everything is solved forever.
Scorch the earth!
Sure. Let's get in there for 4. And then next turn I can cut ties plus gain lifelink. I also do have a blocker here. Oh. That's a good one too, I suppose. I am very sorry, my friend. How do you like 4-for-1s? 3, 4. Ha ha ha. 4 units. Yeah, okay. So, sometimes Cabal Tactic is just a 4-for-1. Yikes. Oh, God. So, there's this deck I tried playing a long time ago in Set 2 draft that was one of my favorite drafts I ever did, where I just picked, like, I think it was something like 6 2-cost strangers and as many, like, hoof slashes, finest hours, and things like that. This is like that, but real, you know? Alright. Sure, let's give this a shot. It's gonna attack for 3 if needed. Renadins, huh? Sure, that's fine. Ooh.
The throne will not fall.
Sometimes you get a one-sided draft that gains you 7. Yeah, it's true. Sometimes that's just one of your cards in your hand. Oh, Temper. Nice play here. That actually sets me back a decent amount. Like, I don't have a play till 3. However, I will be able to life gain off these 1/1s, so, like, that's not going to be too bad for me. Let's go ahead and get down a second color. We'll get down the Xenon Destroyer and start destroying as much as we can. The actual problem with losing that 1/1 was more that I'm sad that Sanguine Sword isn't going to have a real easy target to sack late in the game. Now, depending on their play, we might hold off on the Xenon Destroyer and go with the 1/1, but if they do nothing, like, I'm going to go with the Xenon Destroyer, because it's very unlikely that Shadow is going to play, a creature bigger than 4/4. They would have to play a Yeti here to truly punish this, you know? A 4/5 with with the ability to attack and block. Like, if they play something that's a 3/4, or, you know, a 3/4, we can punish. If they play a 4/3, we can trade. And we do have this in the pocket, Sharpened Reflexes. So, yo, that's scary, huh? Okay. Alright. No, that's real. Just silence off the lifesteal. That's how scared they were there. Ooh, see, that's it. That's exactly it. Let's go ahead and sharpen our instincts. I don't actually want that right now. I'm okay with that. Let's go ahead and see. Now they could get it. So we do kill it. That's fine. The hope here is that they just block the 3. Oh, they're not gonna.
You've got a familiar face.
Alright, the Overwhelm off that should take the top off it. Okay, make a Grenadin. Sure. Okay, so that's gonna let them in. No blocks here. Alright. That's definitely something I want dead.
I'll get it running. No problem.
Let's get rid of the sword. There we go. That'll get things rolling. So I can chump it next turn, entrapment it, and then just go to town. Like, then we can actually, like, have our opponent dead to rights. So I will have to chump it. Entrapment's a really good draw here, though. Let's go ahead and not take a bunch of damage. Thank you very much. Now, the way we get owned here is if our opponent made it night right now. You know, they're like, I will play my Nightfall card. And then, like, I am hella owned, right? Like, infinity levels of owned. However, this looks pretty safe. No blocks, we'll call it good. We'll let that Grenadin hit us. Destroyer 2 is in the house. Alright. No, that wasn't worth it. I should have attacked for 3 with the other destroyer. I didn't think about it because I just assumed it was already attacking. But we can make a flying destroyer, and that'll be nice. That's fine. The thing is, like, they're going to be leaving their things at home. Let's go ahead and jump that. I am still fine leaving this back. I don't want to trade there. And, like, next power gets me cut ties, and cut ties gets rid of anything in the way. So, what do they have to play to get me here? That's a pretty good one. It's not enough, but it's pretty good. I still kill you, but nice play. That's a good card. Now, the trick here, the way they could get me is if I blocked Tumblebang, so that ain't happening. Like, I block Tumblebang, give them power, and they play a sword and the spark weapon and kill me. That would be it. That would be their path to victory, is if I block Tumblebang, they play that hatchet, and then just murder. Anywho. We got out of that one pretty well. I made a little misstep in the destroyer not attacking on, I think, turn 8 there, but that's okay. 6-1, though. Moving on to either the final game or the second to final game. How's everybody doing today? Are you all having a good time? All enjoying some Eternal? Hope you're all having a good day. I don't know if I can get Bilsted in this game. That's good. I'm glad to hear you're doing alright. Caleb Tribal. I think you can have 2 or 3 with Sunken Tower to make like $1 billion. Fine, just play all the clones. That's Caleb Tribal. Iron. Alright. Okay. So I love this hand, but it doesn't have Shadow, and that's really a hard sell, right? Like, this hand would make me humble to keep. God, it has Humble, it has Xenon Destroyer plus Elder's Feather. Let's redraw. Let's not be that greedy. We'll just get it on the backswing here. It's fine. Okay. It's fine. Been fine. I've only got knowledge watching a stream or 2 and using magic knowledge. It's, yeah. If you ever have questions, feel free. Like, you know, let me know, and I am always happy to try to explain mechanics or decisions or just how the game works in general. You know, I'm always up for that sort of thing. I want to make my 2-drop. We're going to discard my 6-drop because I'm always going to discard my 6-drop. Let's be real. Now, let's see if they spend... They do have an instant. You can tell by the pause there, they have some sort of effect, meaning that our sabotage is likely alive. You wouldn't have it if you don't have a fast effect, it wouldn't leave that opening. So, we're going to... Our opponent's playing an Entomb deck, huh? Alright, let's sabotage. Hey! Get out of here. Feeling fine. So,
The throne will not
I am
fall.
going to go ahead and play the Crown Watch standard because I really do want to get to the Loyal Watchwing, especially just to have an evasive threat here. Like, we're not humble. I wish this was humble, but... I'm sorry, what does this do? Hold on, that's a lot of text. Hold on, hold on. When you play a Radiant, including this card, play a Wisp, pay 2 and exhaust Preserver of Dualities to give your Wisps +1. Oof. Oh, okay. Or give 1 Wisp +2, not your 2 Wisps +1. I read it in opposite. It is this... It's not even this turn? Oh, that's not a this turn either. That's... God, okay, read cards like 5 times before you finally understand
I fly
them.
for the
and then-
throne.
Yikes. Okay, so this Wisp and the Entomb Wisp can get really out of hand really quickly. Okay. That's scary. I don't like this. Not a fan of the position. It's a lot better than Humble, in my opinion, because it makes units 4 humbled.
Safe travels.
Though Humble's a 1-drop. Oh my god, I'm dying. Help. Uh-huh. This sucks. I don't like this, but we'll gain 5 off it and get one of the 2 Wisps off the table. Perhaps the other Wisp can get off the table, and then this card can stop functioning. We'll see. Loose Feather, huh? That's nice. Alright, let's make dog. We do need the Sheriff pretty badly. The Sheriff would save us a lot of trouble. If they play more Radiance, they'll get more Wisps. If they have more Wisps, they have these endless threats. If they have endless threats, it's going to be very hard for us to functionally win. However, Warcry is going to be a big help. This +1, the Warcry is whenever it attacks, +1/+1 on the top unit. Yosh! No. Absolutely not. Confessor, where are you at? We need flying dogs right now. Alright, flying dogs have been acquired.
It's yours.
Alright, let's make this humble. Okay, so flying dogs can block and kill that. They have a combat trick in hand, though, too, is a problem.
Back off.
No! Flying dogs! Shit! Oh, this is really bad. Ooh, that is extremely poor for us. How are we winning? Alright. Time to change tack. Where are we going to? Where are we winning this? Where's it coming from? Because they get to just buy back the Wisp, so the Wisp power doesn't go away. I can't stop that. I'm going to try and win this in the air. Yep.
I'll get it running. No problem.
They're still holding a trick. Okay, that's fine. So this canary gets to be really big. That's part of our win condition is huge canary, alright? Yep, that's fine. I am taking a lot of damage this turn. Okay, I am willing to trade here. Let's go ahead and get these wisps off the table. I think the endurance is going to do us a little better. Alright. The wisps are getting off the table. I want to keep Humble. I want to keep Canary. I want our opponent to spend their combat trick here, too. I want to know what it is. That scares me that they have one. And the moment that their rapid shot's out of their hand would make me a lot happier about doing things. Alright. Canary's here. Maybe it's a teleport? It could be a teleport or a teleport tactic, even. I'd still play teleport tactic even if it's a poor card. Like, because having a resource late game that turns into a spell instead of a land is still worth a while. I want to drop a Canary. Okay. Okay. That's good. That's really good. We do need to bring this to 4/4 so that it can also block. And then we're gonna... The 3/7 can block the 6/6, and the 4/4 can block the 3/4. This is okay. If they have Cabal Tactic, I'd get blown out, but who has that card?
Spreads.
Oh god, that's a Radiant. Ugh, get out of here. That's bad. And then Rapid Shot? Infused Strike, +3/+1 lifesteal. Alright. Sigil, thank you. Okay. Get him, Humble. Oh, God. So here's a problem. This is a Wisp. So they can start pumping a flying threat now. I'm just gonna have to take 6 a bunch. Yep, they figured out that they can pump it. Shit. Shit. Yeah, also the Dino, yeah, there's also a 6/6 like in play, I suppose. That's a problem. That's a problem. Alright, so we're getting down the Umbran Thirster so that if I trade off the Silverwing Familiar, we still get to keep things rolling, right? Like, things are gonna be okay. Because we'll get another flyer. Piano blocks, it's fine. I don't need it. Okay. Alright, so let's see if we can... Okay, so the idea here is I want to saddle up, kill the 6/6. Take way too much damage from the 7/1 flyer. Let it go. Get this in the air, and then start setting up. They're going to back out and pump that to 7 power before they make that attack. Smart choice. So yeah, the saddle up will get this, and then... Hopefully they just wait one more turn, they just go in with the 6/6 and call it good. Would really like just the 6/6. Oh god, this is really tough. Hey, CMF. Alright. So saddle up. Get a 7/7. Gain a bunch of life. This gets flying, so now we have another flying threat to be able to block. And now we can continue to make it humble. I think what I'm gonna do is... Ooh, do I want to start attacking? Is that something I can do? I don't think I can right now. The Berserker over here is a little bit of a problem. The Berserker decisions having it. Well, we do have the lifesteal tactic. If I do attack, is it with this 4/4? I think the Watchwing actually might want to go in, because this can block with an Aegis, so that's safe. This is very dangerous, but I feel like we need to start making forward progress, and this is a good way to do so. Now, what they need to do is start splitting their threats. They probably need to start pumping this. Uh-huh. That's irrelevant. I don't know why you'd be pumping that. Okay, sharpen reflexes, sure. Yeah, for when it comes back, but I think you should start pumping this to have a threat that, like, actually has lethal going on. Yeah, I want Confessor real bad here. I'm trying to figure out if attacking is worthwhile. Hell, I think this is fine. And I think I actually pass it back. This sucks.
Safe travels,
Okay.
friend.
2 known sigil, so they'll play it. That means they don't have like a pillar in their deck. I'm waiting for our opponent to decide that an all-out is worth it. That's the moment I think I can win, is my opponent needs to blink early. Right? Because I've got tricks. I can life gain. I should be able to, like, if my opponent all outs, I should be fine. Does this thing... Pay to an exhaust, okay. Yeah, the shield would be the absolute best draw, especially because it would be Warcry at the moment. Give one of your units killer. Okay. Sure. Not happening. Absolutely not. All right. I'm going to continue try getting in with this 4 to, again, keep getting a little bit of Warcry going.
The corruption.
Okay, I'll have to hold back again, because now here's some more Wisp threats. Wisp threats are very dangerous, because they can overwhelm me very quickly. Like, again, the fact that they can just continuously pump these Wisps is very scary. Okay. This lifesteal threat scares me. Is it worth it to swing with the 8/8? Could be. I'm gonna start the clock. We can still block with the 4-4 here. Like, I could get punished by a top deck cut ties, which I couldn't get punished if I'm... well, that ain't gonna do it. That's gonna try, but that ain't gonna do it. No! Absolutely not! No! I refuse! Oh my god, I can finally catch it in combat. Okay. And it's here! Oh my god, it's finally here. The gates are open. Alright, we are finally freed. Oh. Again, I told you, it was all about who blinks first. And our opponent thought that that Oblivion Spike was their moment. Games where both players have lifesteal are just like this, huh? Yep. Thanks for the bits, Huzzah. Okay. That removes the... Oh! Do they have a second way of getting that? No. Okay, they can only remove one. Oh god, because that removes an attacker, right? Yeah, no. Silence an enemy. Okay. Oh, what a good top deck there. And that gets us to 7. We're on. Victory is ours. 7-1. Excellent. Let's go ahead and take our prizes. Indeed. Stay humble. 1, 2, 3. Ooh. What is this one? Fenris Nightshade. Once per turn, you may pay 3 to draw a card. Fenris deals 3 damage to you and 1 damage to each cursed enemy. Haven't seen that one. That's pretty neat. That's a pretty aggressive card. Pay 3 life and 3 for a card draw. And then, of course, Desert Marshal and Finest Hour are real premiums. All right, let's open up some packs. You haven't seen it. You're correct. Got it. All right, we're gonna open up some packs, then we're just gonna move straight into 6. Yeah, that 6 drop didn't do anything. I discarded it a lot. Shara. And then we'll go ahead and do a second draft, and that'll be my night tonight. It's 2 drafts, as I said we were doing. I think Overseer is real. I think I have a playset though. I think everything from the Empty Throne is like nothing. Like, let me actually check. Profile. Empty Throne. 100%, 100%, 97%, 49% on full set Empty Throne. So yeah, unless it's a legendary, it's effectively a nothing in there. So that's fine. Are drafts the only way to get the most recent cards? No, actually I can show you. There's a quest. First win of the day. Win a game of ranked or casual to get a free pack of the latest set. So... Alright, anyway, one moment. I'm gonna go ahead and clip the stream here. So not gonna actually go down, I'm just clipping the recording.